Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be showing and explaining to you how to use the Nearpod program. This is a program that is free to educators and students that can be used to enhance and make your lessons interactive. You are able to add questions, drawing, interactive and collaborative slides into presentations that help guide your instruction and also build on the technology component of using technology in your lessons. I wanted to show you the live participation view. When you click on live presentation, you get a code like this right here. The teacher starts this live participation program on their computer, their device. For instance, I use an interactive panel, and the students use their own personal devices and plug in this code to be connected to our lesson specifically. When you do the live presentation, the teacher is the one that is following this instruction and so setting the pace for this instruction. The students can't click forward by themselves, only the teacher can do that. One thing that I have found very cool about Nearpod is there are many different options to create interactive slides to build into your presentations. For instance, this is a drawing slide, but what's cool about this slide is you can type words or you can draw them, which I find beneficial for my students who sometimes struggle with knowing how to spell words, and we don't want them to feel discouraged, so I like this differentiation option of drawing or writing. And after they've done this, they click submit, and I can pull it up on my board. And this gives students the opportunity to participate in the instruction without having to be kind of caught off guard or called up in front of the class and get nervous. There are different types of questions you can build into your Nearpod presentations. There's picture matching, and even if you get one of these wrong, you can try again, and it'll save that so I know that you got it on the second try. As you can see, this is the student view. There's also the teacher view that if I had students who were participating in this lesson, it would list their names and it would tell me their matches and their tries. There's also multiple choice questions, open-ended questions, polls, collaborative boards, quizzes, drawings, all kinds of different options to add to your presentations. You can also add videos, which, as you can see here, this is a video, teacher plays, where they can watch everything that goes on the video, and it has stopping points that I built in that have questions for them to answer, which means that they can follow along on their own and answer the questions independently, and then we can talk about it as a group. Another thing that I have been researching with Nearpod is there are two different ways to utilize Nearpod in your classrooms. You can do the live participation viewing, which happens in real time and giving real feedback to students, also giving me as the teacher some formative assessments at real time to know what areas I need to cover again. But there's also the student-paced option. The student-paced option gives students the opportunity to log in on their own time or in their independent work time and gives them a due date to turn it in, where they log in and they follow through the presentation on their own. Now, with students like mine who may be beginning readers or struggling readers, you can also record your voice explaining directions, so that way the students can follow it on their own at their own pace and kind of pace themselves without having to follow through at the teacher's pace. When editing one of these presentations, you have your slides built in, or you can actually choose from the library that is provided by the Nearpod program of presentations that are already made. but you can click add new, add activity, and you can pick from the different options. So if I pick draw it, and then I can type here my instructions, draw a different way to show me 10. And then I can put example 10 frames. So I want to see how my students are going to draw a group of 10 and see if we can use that to help learn more about base 10 blocks and place value. You can add them in different places. You can move them around. And when you're done, you can click save and exit. You can also preview your materials as well before you finish them. I'm going to save that. I have found Nearpod to be a very effective way to incorporate technology into my lessons and also use it as a way to encourage and motivate my students to listen and follow along in our lessons without getting distracted as much. And they feel like they are part of the lessons as they get to submit their answers and kind of give their input without speaking over me. It's a very creative way besides raising your hand and answering a question. And my students have really enjoyed using this program for both interactive live lessons as well as student-paced lessons that they've done on their own time. I hope that you find this beneficial and maybe use it in your own classroom. Thanks.